Hi guys, this is video about ABR, auditory brainstem response. This is first described by Jewett and Billington in 1971. The usage of ABR first for detection of deafness in adult, deafness in difficult to test cases like infant, mentally retarded or malingers. Second, for assessment of nature of deafness, it is conductive or sensory neural. Third, for identification of site of the lesion in retrocochlear pathologies. Fourth, to study of the maturity of the CNS in newborns or objective assessment of brain death. Fifth, for assessing the prognosis of comatose patient. Sixth, to diagnose the brainstem pathology, for example, multiple sclerosis or pontine tumor. You can give the sound in the cochlea about 70 to 80 decibel. For this, sound is converted into electric impulse which is detected at the various level of auditory cortex or brainstem. There are mainly 5 waves in ABR. First, this is arise from the distal part of eighth nerve. Second, arise from the proximal part of eighth nerve. Third, arises from the cochlear nucleus. Fourth, arises from superior olivary complex, and fifth, arises from lateral lemniscus or inferior colliculus. So, auditory nerve and brainstem impulse potentials optimally recorded from scalp by disc or cup electrodes. So, you can record the various waves at the scalp level. The component of labeled by Roman numerals beginning from the vertex, and they are positive and negative trough you can see in this waves. So mainly first, second, third, fourth and fifth complex, and sometimes there is sixth and seventh waves also. There are with this potential, you can say the auditory nerve and brainstem evoke potentials are mostly widely used the entrophic latencies. If you see entrophic latency between fifth and first wave, this is first and fifth. So it is tells about pathology between cochlea and pontomedullary junction, ponto-midbrain junction. So this latency 5 to 1 is tell about cochlea and ponto-midbrain junction pathologies. The latency between first and third is tell about the cochlea and pontomedullary junction pathology. Between fifth and third and fifth tells about the pathology between the pons to upper pons, lower pons to upper pons. So this is the region between pons, lower pons, and this is upper pons. So this latency tell about the pathology between the pons and upper pons. The typically you can see the latencies which is normally you can see entropic latencies. If you see normal value between fifth and 1 is about 4 millisecond. Between third and fifth about 1.5, 1.9 or you can say 2 millisecond. Between fifth and third is about 2.1 millisecond, or average you can say 2 millisecond. So this ABR are affected by variety of non-pathological factors which include the subject age, body temperature and gender, as well as stimulus factors such as the frequency, composition, intensity and presentation rate and the envelope of the system. So these are the main factor which you can say about auditory brainstem response audiometry, or you can say BERA, brainstem evoked response audiometry. So mainly you have to remember for MCQ part. See, first wave arises from the distal part of the eighth nerve. Second wave arises from proximal part of the eighth nerve. Third arises from cochlear nucleus. Fifth arises from superior olivary complex, and fifth arise from lateral lemniscus. So these are the common MCQs which is commonly asked. Thank you. Hi guys, this video about ABR or BERA. ABR is the response to stimulus onset and arises from the auditory nerve and low brainstem. It was first reported by Jewett and Billington in 1971. The uses of BERA are for detection of the deafness, for assessment of nature of deafness, for identification site of the lesion in retrocochlear pathology, to study of the maturity of the CNS in newborn, for assessing the prognosis of comatose patient, and to diagnose brainstem pathology, for example multiple sclerosis or pontine tumor. These potentials or waves are labeled consecutively from 1 to 5, with the earliest wave occurring near 1.5 millisecond and latest around 5.5 millisecond in normal auditory system. The waves are subsequently correlated with various neural generators of peripheral and central auditory system. Wave first reflect a neural response which is originate from the distal end of auditory nerve. Wave 2 from the proximal end of auditory nerve. Wave 3 arises from the cochlear nucleus. Wave 4th arises from superior olivary complex, or you can say lateral lemniscus, and wave 5th arises from inferior colliculus. So these are the waves which particularly define the location of pathology. So in this you can find out the interlatency difference, which is very crucial to identify the retrocochlear lesions. And you can record this by scalp electrode, which is sound in the cochlea, which sound convert into electric impulse, which is detected